Good morning, guys. A good, great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of Guyana. Don't get realer than this. Now, too many times, I'm not just covering the news. I am the news. Recently, I've gotten sick. And all kind of thing. You know, I'm a doctor. The gastroenterologist asked me, they said stress affects you in a negative way and could cause you to get sick. Stress. These are things I got to consider. What I know is I don't care what people say. Right? People could say what they want. But is it me being delusional? Is it me understanding the perspective or misunderstanding perception and perspective? Now, the Mohammeds obviously misunderstand perception and perspective. Because after all that has happened, yesterday, the lowest they could go, they went. Some people call me and say, Critic, don't say nothing. And I continue to ask myself, how can you talk about everybody's story and not talk about your own story? But what I have not done to the Guyanese public or for the Guyanese public is tell the Guyanese public the truth about the Mohammeds. That is what I have not done. I haven't been very truthful. Why? Because I'm thinking, I get their money, they got money, we going forward. Obviously, after yesterday's post, you realize they got one and only one intention, is to bring me down. I can tell you that can't happen because the Mohammeds have a confused interpretation of or understanding of perspective they confuse versus perception. And I'm going to explain it today. This will be discussing perspective and perception. The Mohammeds feel that money could buy anything. That has never been it from the beginning of time. Some of the greatest people in the world weren't wealthy people. It was perceived that they were morally upstanding. Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus Christ. There is something called karma. Now, first thing, people gonna want to know what I'm talking about. Let me go to the T. Mohammed page and see yesterday's post. Now, for those of you who are now tuning in or tuning up, there has been quite a bit of rift between myself and the Mohammeds for some time now. It spill out and it get dirty. Yesterday, in a post on the Mohammed's page, I put, Mohammed meet with grieving family of operator crushed by crane while working for Critics. So Critics didn't own anything when the elder Mohammed made a post, sent a voice note I didn't own anything recently, but now it's Critics. You see, the funny thing is, the Mohameds, because of their significant amount of wealth, have destroyed many lives. And the truth has never been told. Now the truth has to be told. People ask, "Ma, how only now you know? If you and them was friend, and now you're talking out." Well, if you're going to turn up and see a post like this, first thing is, Mohamed can't give me money for me contract for settle with nobody. Mohamed can't give me $5 million from a sum of money that he has for me for my contract to settle with nobody. Let's go back as to what all of this is about. There was an industrial accident, an unfortunate industrial accident at a work site at Providence. Talking about that, questions have to be asked now. The investigation got widened because you never know. Somebody might have been done something to cause such a thing. If the Mohammeds are willing to go so low, when we were working within their compound, was this also a part of their ploy to bring me down? Now let me go back. So there was an unfortunate industrial accident that is presently being investigated. The investigation is not completed. This industrial accident caused the life of someone that I grew fond of. A private contractor working for me, operating a crane driving pile. Not a regular employee, a private contractor. Right? Now this is somebody I grew fond of. After the accident and all the time they're in, now you see these people here? This is said to be the family. Hello, good morning. Hello? I ain't gonna take no calls this morning. Let me not lose my focus. So, these people here, I don't know none of them. So this is said to be the family members of the operator that died in an industrial accident at Providence while being a contractor for Tupui. I have never seen any of them. I met Sean's mother. I ain't seen she. I don't know if she's the person there. I don't know those people. Since the death, Tupui Group has foot the expense, all funeral expenses. All funeral expenses. Tupui Group has been in constant contact with the wife, who when all family members, the first day when people come, I said, who to one woman come, maybe a sweet woman or something, and then a woman comes, says she's a wife. Tupui Group has been constantly in contact with her. All the true while a thorough investigation into what caused the accident is being conducted. For Mohammed to come and say, he gave me $5 million for settle. Now, I don't know the value for life, and I never pay for cover up a story. I can't come to no settlement before what caused the accident is found out. What am I settling? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Critics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to give a call for the morning there.
I'm talking about it, you know. No. For the Mohammeds to go so low as to suggest, hello, good morning. But I can't help myself with this thing. He's got to answer this phone. So I just accustomed to answering phone. Oh shit, what are you doing here? I'm just so, let me get there. Yeah. For the Mohameds to come and say they give me money for settle. I don't know what's the cost for life. It's not me shoot somebody and kill them and pay and cover it up. I have never done that before. When Tupui reached out to the wife of Sean, I, Mikhail Rodriguez, told her, you don't worry, you will be taken care of. So far, the salaries that Sean worked for that add up to millions of dollars was delivered to his wife. I don't know those people. Me and them people never had no arrangement. And for Mohamed to come and say that he now give me $5 million for settle, Mohamed is going to give everybody thing himself. He give me for settle with them? How you give me money for settle with somebody? How can you give me contractual money to settle with somebody? Where then does the money come from to complete the contract? So, I'm making the record clear. But the truth is, this means fucking war. I ain't gonna be nice no more. Because I've been dealing with gut problem. It's because I've been trying to keep things down. While I be playing dice, all attempts are trying to bring me down. Let me go through the rest of the picture, see if I know anybody, and make sure I'm correct. This is the accident scene. Imagine taking a picture like this and trying to incite and bring up memories. One has to ask oneself, people at the level of the Mohameds, why would they go so low? Well, we're going to get back to the just now. Because they try all thing and they can't get me. I could not have been bought. The Mohammeds ain't got money for buy me. And there's where the problem there. And I'm going to prove it. You can hear voice notes constantly. I tell you what to say. I tell you what to do. You can't tell the critic what to say or what to do. Now a story will come up. If the wife wants to come forward and talk, she could come forward and talk. I don't know those people. When we pay the money, the salaries that we owe to Sean, it was paid to his wife. When we gave the money, write a check for all funeral expenses, it was paid to his wife. And constantly we have been discussing, we're going to make you comfortable. I can't pay nothing before an investigation come out. What am I trying to do? Cover up what? I was standing there when Sean lost his life. Did I cause the loss of his life? They know the price for life. They have covered up the many loss of life. I have never intentionally, premeditated, or otherwise caused the loss of anybody's life. The Mohammeds can't say the same for themselves. That's how they know. I can take money and go give people for cover up what? cover up what? But it's me fault. And I'll go reveal to you now how we reached to this. How we reached to this today. Because the same man was sitting there shaking every hand and trying to make me out to look like a scoundrel. I'll share voice notes for you when he thought he could have gotten something from me. When he thought a $300 million contract would have me in his clutches. But you know what? It's good for fucking me. But I'm playing nice no more. Because there are people crying out there for their families. The Fagundes family want justice. One of these good days, I might get Raja Khan for come and do an interview on this story. The Raja Khan. What I said to all kind of people like anything? You got to hear what the Mohameds do he. Y'all ain't no story yet. My story is the smallest story. But I will reveal here today how we end up here. I'll show you. And they're going to be having revelations after. Because obviously it's not going to end. They going to throw and me going to throw. And we're going to continue on this path. The Mohammeds don't have any moral standing for come and bring disrepute to my integrity. The fucking Mohammeds can't fly go no way. The Mohammeds can't go in a plane to go into international airspace. Ask them why is that. People who can't go in a plane or America, me can't go America too. People who can't travel, no way. The Mohammeds are in prison in Guyana. With all that money, they're in prison. So let me go to, I'm going to my WhatsApp. In relation to, oh shit. Is there another WhatsApp? Oh my God. Every time you come with the WhatsApp is get loaded back. So we do want to just had open, man. Oh. Okay, so. Oh, Jesus Christ, I got to download these messages. Oh. All right, I can get back. There. So this is message between myself and the elder Mohammed. Sure. This is my WhatsApp. Nazar Mohammed, this is my WhatsApp. And I can show you where the problem, started. I can start halfway and then we can go back. I got everything. I don't make joke for keep records. The Mohammeds got records. The Mohammeds sure owe them. You got the checks? I just send some pictures with some checks there, copies of checks. Where are they? In some group there? They never talk about when they get payment, and I didn't talk about it neither. I just wait long. You see, I got this way about me. I take a beating and then come to deal with issues. Right? Now, this is from, how I listen to this. Mohammed don't do nothing for free. Everything about Mohammed is money. And Mohammeds never did anything for me because they like me. It's because they thought We could have had an alliance so I would represent them. I can't represent them. I am not going to fight no war with the Americans. The Americans fuck everybody and anybody in the world. I am not going to fight no war with the Americans. The Americans have had their sight on the Mohameds since Abdul Qadir. You remember Abdul Qadir, the former Linden mayor, who was held for trying to blow up the JFK airport? Since then, the Americans, I didn't know all of this. This is information as I go along and get myself caught up, people presenting to me. Remember May Thomas? When there was a big embarrassment when she was going to China and the American hold she and pull she and take away her phone? Who you believe there was questioning her about? She never come back and told. Mohameds they was asking her about. Her relationship with the Mohameds. Because she get caught in photographs with the Mohameds. You see the fire station that never commissioned? Do you know we have a beautiful new fire station at Durban Park area? Behind Durban Park, there's a beautiful new fire station there. The Mohameds built it. Ask yourself why the government didn't commission it yet. Because nobody wants to see with them. Nobody wants to be seen with them. Monsan, fire station walking, no commission. And you know the government don't miss an opportunity to come out and take out picture and say we open this place. Ask yourself what's going on. Let me start here with some of the messages I got from Mr. Mohamed to see how these fucking people contentious. One would ask, how can a man be so greedy to want for a man like me who no reason? But it's not greed, it's envy. Because his son is an inheritor. Azadeen Mohammed has never done a fucking thing in his life. That make problem for your father that you got to spend money upon. And that is where the real problem came with myself and the Mohammeds. And learning of their demeanors. I can't be no part of that. I can't talk for Guyanese and be no part of that. Because I don't care how much money I got. Me ain't gonna do certain thing. Me not give life, me can't take life. And me want to get into no criminality. So let me go into details. This is a message between myself. This is the older Mohammed dropping me a message. And they show you, them people don't do none for no fucking body. Oh, we helping people. No. Help fucking me. I building a war for your mother's country. You tell me about rent for my trucks. Here. The mama said me ain't got nothing. Now, Azadeen, old Mohammed know this. In 2023. And last month, he do a voice note saying, the banning, he know everything. Listen to this.
Critic, the day I notice activity is very slow as it relates to my work in the yard. I notice a lot of material coming in there for you, steel rod and all kind of thing, you know. More equipment coming in the yard, more shocks. A lot of other things for you coming in the yard. I ain't really getting no benefit from it, no rental, nothing from you,
The Mohammeds don't do nothing for no fucking body. Even when the Mohammeds help poor people, that's why they show it. Muslims don't do that. It's because they want to capitalize on whatever they could get from the publicity. All the Muslims in this country, across this country, helps people. all Muslims. It is imprinted in the Muslim DNA and culture and ideology and everything else to help and in tune get blessing. The most important thing is not the money, it's not wealth. It's being able to get into the afterlife. The most important thing for Muslims. So no matter what they do, there's help. But they don't let nobody know. But the Mohameds. You ever see? CIO, do you know CIOG does do free burials? Anybody? Muslim or non-Muslim? You call and say you ain't got the burial. You ever hear? A true Muslim doesn't do that. Like this whole thing what we got going on here. A man called me high up in the Muslim community and said, a man supposed to call you and sit down with you. We as Muslims don't operate like that. Right? So, let me go back to the vice notes. Mohammed don't do none for nobody. The Mohameds that I'm dealing with now.
Critic, good day. I notice activity is very slow as it relates to my work in the yard. I notice a lot of material coming in there for you, steel rod and all kind of thing, more
envy
coming in the yard, or shocks. A lot of other things for you coming in the yard. I ain't really getting no benefit from it, no rental, nothing from you, So need for no really going on. You understand? Plus my work, slowed down big time for the past couple of months, nothing going on. So just let me know.
Bear in mind, I building a wharf. No profits for this man. Just forget the credit for several here. I got the experience for building. That's why I building the wharf, I forego $200 million profit. When they come up with the price, I say, hey, no, don't worry the profit. Just pay for the material. I go do the work. We gonna work. Because I want the credit. This is the same man telling me I'm getting rental from you. I see nothing coming in the yard. Listen. Listen to the whole voice now.
So need for no really going on. You understand? Plus my work, slowed down big time for the past couple of months, nothing going on. So just let me know exactly what's going on, so that when I want to proceed, this work got it done this year, Everything got to complete this year. It's a long time already, You can't, aspire to be this big contractor in the Caribbean, and then you not complete your work on time, You go run into problems in the way. You understand? You can't make it. You can't be this big contractor that you're aspiring to be, Just giving you a little advice, The faster you done your work, the more profits you got in your pockets, So, just let me know what's going on. Because after this year, every day, you'll have to pay 5,000 if the work is complete by the end of this year, 5,000 US a day, as compensation, right? So make sure.
No, it could be said this is idle. Just talk. But it's all about money. It was always about money. Now we come now, why you look at this message here? This is from Mohammed. This is my reply to him. How I always speak to him. What do you think coming on? All right, so what you going on here? When you want to know where's envy, this is Muhammad talking to me. I'm glad you're making progress. I will take Michael to work for me. He's a good guy. That's my big son. Imagine me son. He want me son to work for he. He only want me work for he. He want own my family. That's my big son he talking about. This is the messages, y'all watch. See, you have enough equipment now. Great progress, congratulations. But what happened when he sit down and think about all I get in? He calculating if this man get all these things in such a short period of time. Now, Mohammed doesn't know about all I get all what I have. This shows it. And that is what caused the envy with him. Because they thought they were supposed to come to them and, oh, lend me this now, lend me money for buy this now, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. This is Mohammed messaging me. I'm glad you're making progress. I will take Michael to work for me. He's a good guy. Okay, great. See, you have enough equipment now. Great progress. Congratulations. This is only last year, you know. We come now. Listen to this. You know this one is about what?
Morning, Mr. Critic. You guys start back. I don't do what you got to do. I don't make the ball off there and run up the sun. Just don't get some wood there, you know. So we really got to start back driving the pilots and so on, right, and start working, you know, full scale on this thing.
This is regular conversation. I want to carry it to where the shit really hit the fan. I show you where we start getting a rift. Vincent told me you have a plan. Look at this. Well, watch what this is. So this is a message he got and he sent to me. Right? Look at this dog. Now I seeing this. This is a video. I'll play the video just now. Need to have a meeting with you and engineers on site. I used to warn my son about you. He spends so much on you and you're now no fucking good. You think we need you? Your fucking opinion? Just get my work done. That's all I'm interested in. You still have money for the excavator? He gave you unknown to me? Get the friggin' money. Right? Now watch with the video. This video came out. We depend the we get it down at the bottom too, right? This video came out. I on my morning live. And I reading for the first time on my morning live, I'm reading the article from Reuters, where the US State Department, DEA, FBI, everybody investigated the Mohameds for different fucking things. Partner, the most I've done is been a little vulgar and fuck up relationships in my past, drink little rum, do I want scunt, I ain't no saint. But why the fuck I want probably the FBI, the DEA, and the US State Department? Eh? So me, your friend, what me must holler at all we going on together? This ain't no fucking ship and I ain't the captain. Listen to this.
Breaking news, US government official repeatedly warned ExxonMobil to avoid doing business with two mining magnates in Guyana who face US investigation on suspicion of money laundering, drug trafficking, and gold smuggling. According to 5 people with knowledge of the matter, and 2 intelligence reports seen by Reuters, the Texas-based oil giant ignored the advice which was delivered during a meeting in last and early times and cut a deal to build like 300 men offshore logistics base for a consortium that include the 2 Guyanese businessmen. What's going to this? What is this? I can't be associated with these kind of things that I come too far and work too hard.
You hear what I said? When I reach there, while I reading the article, remember I get the Reuters article while I driving in, me can't do me live. Somebody sent to me. When I reach there, is Mohamed's name. I said, Bano, what the fuck is this? This is what? Now, bear in mind, you want to know what this, they send it to me directly and saying, look.
I come too far and work too hard. I can't be associated with these kind of things that I come too far and work too hard. This is where this information comes from.
So, this is the center of their contention. Because I supposed to say, well, I is the critic, I gotta stay with fucking them. The US State Department, the FBI, and the fucking DA investigated your maze, cunt. Me ain't get no benefits from that. I ain't no part and parcel, no fucking gold smuggling. I never kill no fucking body. So right away, I start distance myself. But we go into the problems then. We going forward into the problems. So listen, remember they send this. I could play all the voice notes. All the voice, we got constant voice notes. So somebody said they like how I select the voice notes. I could play all the voice notes. Now, watch it. So there's the video he sent to me, but here we say, somebody sent it to me and said, look at this dog. Now I seeing this, right? I need to have, right away you want a meeting. You still have money for the excavator. Right away, this is what happened. This thing happening since the 10th. Like October last year, the 14th of October, right? So we moving down. They got 2 voice note here.
Critic, come you gotta get them by to take off the sun off the wharf and so on, and when the sun take off, you know.
I got a voice.
I request a meeting with you and your engineer them.
So all of these is voice notes. I got a specific voice note I want to play here. You get the gist of where this thing coming from. I could play all the fucking voice. I got all the voice notes. It's just all the voice notes are relevant.
Hey, Critic. It's been over a month and almost a month and a half since we had this issue here with this crane. Up to now I ain't seen nothing. And I really got to put this place, get it rent, for a really big set of money, so I really need to know what's going on. Because I want
to get the next. You gotta hear this fucking voice note. This voice note gonna clear up all the problem you want to know. How we and the Mohameds them getting problem.
Good morning, Critic. I must see, we are at the beginning of the new year, and if you notice, if you went in the yard, you notice me start my revetment work, me start the fuel terminal work. Chinese moving out all the things from the yard there, because we
This thing is last year. This thing is not this year. This voice note is last year. This gonna put everything in context for y'all. Right? It's two vice notes been together.
Critic. Yes, I agree that you guys them going overboard there and so on, right? But we make
Yeah, two voice notes together. Yeah, I gotta hear it to understand the true gist of these banners.
morning, bro. Really sorry about the incident that happened yesterday, man. May Allah give you the patience and give the family the patience to deal with it, Just a couple of days ago, I had a little chat with the guy, and effort.
So this is the voice note when he called and expressed any condolences after the thing. This one here.
Critic, people do nothing free for you, bro, Mr. Rambaran, tell me plain, Mr. Mohammed, anything you want, you can do. But not that, you understand? You need to humble yourself, bro, because we do nothing already, you understand? Nearly 400 million, right? And you see how the man come up with simple solution, the machine and dig out the sand with them, because you and your son, everything for IDs is money, right? Just money really going on because Junior Sami and so if you believe that people are going to warn you about your attitude on this Facebook and so on, when.
So let me play this one, right? Where's Scarlett? Like they always trying for control or say, tell me this thing, but this people will for say, but this one will for say, but the one. But this is them man thoughts. This is at a high level. This is them man kind of thoughts for these Gabon people. Right? Like, something's bad, but me, something's good. But I just giving you a device now.
Really going on, boy. I talk to my Chinese friend, them, I bring them over there, they bring the engineers, them and so on. For try to help you with this thing here, but really going on because Junior Sami and all the man Gaiko and all the man go on money, So if you believe that people can do anything free for you, you don't got no reputation for people do nothing free for you, bro, Mr. Rambaran, tell me plain, Mr. Mohammed, anything you want, you can do. But not that man, That's why I warn you about your attitude on this Facebook and so on, when you first come and start working for me, You understand? I tell you that sort of things I don't want to hear you talk about and so on,
So he thought when I go start working, he could control me. He thought if you give me a $300 million contract, you could control me. Right?
Oh, you think you got money for pay the man, minimum is $10 million, you know what I mean? You understand? You need to humble yourself, bro, because be really concerned about my work, You want my work complete, you know what I mean? Because I don't spend $300-something million on nothing already, You understand? Nearly 400 million, right? And you don't have to wait one day for money, So me need to get me work done. You understand? That's why I bring the man today. And you see how the man come up with simple solution, get 6 truckload of sand, they're going to pull it back, you're going to fall upon the sand, and then they're going to take the machine and dig out the sand, and you can go down gradually and try to get this thing all cut the bum and get this thing them out, I don't know really around you, bro. I just want me work finish sharp, bro, you know what I mean? You understand? Because you and your son, everything for IDs is money, right? Just money. But the moment the man watch a piece of iron and he lift them, you want money, you know what I mean? I don't live like that, bro. I don't live like that.
Same buy we say good. You work for fucking free.
Dollars of my money, you know what I mean? For help the poor. Every year, $400-500 million, you understand, for the past 20 years, So I just want this thing, and wherever I got to get some machine and so on.
Somebody asked my people 5 million. Me ain't got no 5 million for nobody. Mohammed never give me no fucking 5 million for nobody. I tell you, I'll plain and clear. I did not kill nobody, and I can't settle before there's an investigation. And Tupui doesn't have to settle. There's no obligation by Tupui. As good corporate citizens, we will take care of the wife. because we could afford it. So this fucking thing with the poor people, them in the fucking comments, them already pay the people 5. What fucking 5 million? Mohammed can't give me money for settling with nobody. Mohammed don't lose no opportunity to give people money and show it. He could have given himself if he wanted to. So for them who in the comments all about, I got no money for nobody. I never had no. A lot of people just be talking things. What they don't understand. So there was an industrial accident. A private contractor, Hamas was supposed to take all the responsibility for himself, lost his life. Up to today's date, Tupui Group paid all the funeral expenses, handed over to his wife all the salaries and everything that he worked for. As much as we have $200 million in damages, we've lost a crane. And today, an investigation is not completed as yet to assess who was at fault. It is a case whereas we don't care who is at fault. I told the wife, don't worry, you will be taken care of. That is as a result of being a good cooperative citizen. For them fucking poor people in the comments who don't know, Mohammeds them accustomed to killing people and settling, not me. I have never intentionally, willfully, or premeditated kill anybody. Our commitment to Sean's wife is being good corporate citizens. It's not a responsibility. So this fucking thing everybody talking about, everybody getting excited about. Mohammed can't give me no fucking money, can't give me money for settle no story. Because there's nothing to settle. Now listen to this.
It's very big boss no, it's very big boss no.
I want you hear how behind the scenes these man has got it in the mind. And when you want to know where me contention come from and where me problem come from, it comes from things like this. And listen to this carefully. They don't do nothing for nobody. They just do things to position themselves to see how they can capitalize on people's feelings. And when the Mohammeds find themselves in a problem is when they realize they can't use me. Me can't take use. Like I sat here and talk about the Fagundes murder and one of my people in charge said, don't go there, you can't go there, you don't know that. And I had to accept that I did not know. They talk, I supposed to come and say, no man, the Mohammeds didn't do this. And who the fuck did it then? How the story died on? How man get more than cameras disappear? Now this is me just saying, I fucking ready. But I ain't done for start doing interviews with people and all them things now. Who got the time and the money and the resources for make a camera in front of Palm Court stop work? Who got the money and the resources to get a brand new car for do a hit and then burn the car when it's done? Not poor people. Poor people think you gotta save the car. If it was a man where they going and do a hit for $1 million, how you gonna burn a $3 million fucking brand new $3 million car? Who got the money for do that? We been denying ourselves too long. And it look like me denial come now and start giving fucking effect for my stomach. Well, me bring it out now. Me bring it out now. I want you to listen to this voice note.
It's very big boss no, it's very big boss no, VP, you know, how much I was involved in national development. Now them Chinese there, they're using the land there. I can get minimum of 200,000 US a month. I don't charge them 1 cent. All what they do, the build a bridge, for bridge the two property together, you understand? Not 1 cent I ain't charge them. They're using my flat ramp, you know, I ain't charging them a cent. This is what people just do, you know. I mean, me life is not about money, bro, you know what I mean? You understand? Yeah, you know, you're deliberately staying away from the man, you know, just because, you know, you were instructed to, you know.
Now if the Americans take away the passport of 40 fucking people as a result of association with these people, I have nothing to do. I never been a part of terrorism. I never been a part of gold smuggling. I never been, as I said before, I have never intentionally, premeditatedly, or no way, shape, or form caused anybody's life. I ain't no paragon of virtue. I ain't no nice boy. You understand? I ain't no paragon of virtue. I ain't no perfect boy. But I ain't going down certain fucking road. I ain't in that. So when I separate myself, them banner take umbrage to me protecting me integrity. Well, now they come out and trying to bring me down. Because what else would cause the Mohameds them for go so low? The Mohameds, the great Mohameds writing for Facebook page about Critic collect money from them and then give people an island thing. What would cause them for come so low? Well, this is what caused them. Listen to it from the beginning. Tell me, are you scunt here? I got enough more.
It's very big boss no, it's very big boss no, VP, you know, how much I was involved in national development. Now them Chinese there, they're using the land there. I can get minimum of 200,000 US a month. I don't charge them 1 cent. All what they do, the build a bridge, for bridge the two property together, you understand? Not 1 cent I ain't charge them. They're using my flat ramp, you know, I ain't charging them a cent. This is what people just do, you know. I mean, me life is not about money, bro, you know what I mean? You understand? Yeah, you know, you're deliberately staying away from the man, you know, just because, you know.
When he said deliberately staying away from the man, he's talking about his son. Yes. Because if the Americans hold on for Mate Thomas, who was on government business, and takes your fucking passport, takes your phone, and investigate her, and ask her about Azadine Mohammed, who the fuck is me? Who is me?
Instructed to, you know. You think people, you know, what game are you step on, you know what I mean? Anyway, man, I'll be concerned with, you know what I mean, for complete my blast you off, you know what I mean, because you think it's nice, you know what I mean? You know, I'm getting real upset now, because the sheer nonsense that you're going on with, you know. Me want this thing complete, you know, because I don't spend a lot of money on this thing. And don't bring in no more equipment and so on in the ARD and so on, you know what I mean? You know, I just want you to complete all this thing and then take out everything what you got in the yard so that me can move ahead with my development, you know?
So when people want to know what is the problem between me and the Mohammeds, that is the problem. It is envy. The Mohammeds feel that the country should have stood by them when the Americans start investigating them. Dundas Coke tried in the ghetto. A great drug lord from Jamaica. and had a big standoff, big shootout with the Americans. They're going to dig his content and they're in jail in America right now. The Mohammeds think they could form alliances with poor people who naive through money by giving them things. You understand? You see Reuters story, do you know it's only Stabrook News and Garden Mosley? They thought they could control all the media. They didn't come here for that. The Guyanese Critic is the fucking Guyanese Critic. I didn't come here for that. They thought they would have been able to control all the media. You understand? So since it's out there, I know God go and do what I should have done in the first fucking place. I gotta apologize to the Fagundes family and then go and interview them and start go through everything one. Because the game the Mohammeds playing is a game that I was born for. I mean, I gotta get money for play it because me know it for the back of my head. In recent times, I wasn't saying when they pay everybody, they're paying smelly smell, they're paying who of any upstanding character background would want association with smelly smell and daggy and people saying I fuck ass and all these things. Who of any upstanding character? What happened is they don't realize they're in prison in Guyana. They have nowhere to go. And they upset because they thought people in high places would come and support them and say, no man, we stand with these people. When the Americans ready for you, they will carry you and any fucking body with you. Out of me whole family, me is the only fucking Harry Lal one. You understand? Me is the only Harry Lal one. Me pick them, me grand pick them so I live. People say your grandfather is a fucking jackass, he's upset people, always stir up thing, but a good man. Me no want blood for me fucking hand. And nobody like the Mohammeds can't come and question me credibility. How are you? I get it clear. Right? Is envy. Listen to this voice note again. And if you got sense, you're going to pick up. They got many more. This thing got hundreds of voice notes. Hundreds of voice notes connecting me. Hundreds. Things you wouldn't fucking believe. This is just the start of it.
It's very big boss know, it's very big boss know, VP, you know, how much I was involved in national development. Now them Chinese there, they're using the land there. I can get minimum of 200,000 US a month. I don't charge them 1 cent. I want to do the build a bridge, for bridge the two property together, you understand? Not 1 cent I ain't charge them. They're using my flat ramp, you know, I ain't charging them a cent. This is what people just do, you know. I mean, me life is not about money, bro, you know what I mean? You understand? Yeah, you know, you're deliberately staying away from the man, you know, just because, you know, you were instructed to, you know. You think people, you know, what game are you stepping, you know what I mean? Anyway, man, I don't be concerned with, you know, complete my blast you off, you know what I mean? Because you think on end nice, you know.
Guys, I think my stomach gonna get better. I think my stomach gonna get better because I can get off all what had on my mind. I can get off all what had on my mind. Most people ain't going because the thing was so much up against them. But don't worry, the real critic is back. Keep it real. Peace out.